happy to be doing something on this day to commemorate the holiday, and not just the holiday, but the meaning of the historical meaning. I love you, you love me, we're a part of God's family. We gonna be on everything together, live and sing. We're a part of God's family. I want you guys to know that I did something kind of risky. I met a lady, and I went to her church, and she said, well, here's the website. So I went on the website, and this was in Coweta County, in Sharpsburg, Georgia, and it said Southern Baptist Church. I braved it and got the directions and went to the church, and sure enough, I drove by and there were those flags waving, and but I felt like I was really doing God's will, like I was just one of God's children. And I went the following Sunday, and each time I went, I'd meet another one of God's children, and I sensed the love of God, and the love of God didn't have a color on it, didn't have a particular flag on it. And so in that way, I felt like I had did my little part.
So we have come here today to dramatize the shameful condition. In a sense, we have come to our nation's capital to cash a check. When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. Yes. This note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the inalienable right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy. Yes, yes. Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlight path of justice. Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the mighty rock of brotherhood. Now is the time to make justice a reality for all God's children. Yes. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day, on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin but by the content of their character. I